This is a little bit of who, what, when, and where in Washington, D.C. We are in Lafayette Center. Just finished my meeting with my cardiologist, Dr. Lager, who I like a lot. He's a pretty good guy. May never retire, he says. I don't know. Seems like a good gig. Just monitor people's hearts. I guess you do surgery sometimes, maybe. I don't know. And I'm good. Lots to study. I enjoy the medical field. I was going to be pre med when I was in college. I didn't go that route. And one thing led to another, and I majored in German instead. So the point of this is to just give a little bit of who, what, when, and where here in Washington, D.C. at the moment, and lay down some primary documentation for historians in the future. Everybody's somewhere if they ain't already there. And the fact that we're all somewhere at particular points in time, weaving things together, is important at some level. In a helicopter, I don't see him. Must be behind the buildings for me, following a different route. It's close by, though. But the sound can sometimes reverberate off the buildings, throw off by auditory location of where the helicopter is. Closer. It's a big one. Sounds like trivial. It's getting a little more distant. Aircraft. Always interested in aircraft. Couldn't be up in the air 200 years ago. There he is. It's going slow. News helicopter, looks like, maybe. Don't think it was a police helicopter. Usually those are yellow. Man, I got my papers. Yeah. Oh, well, as you look around, wheels of commerce are turning more slowly because people who don't have to be out aren't. It's too cold. Got a sweatshirt on. I pull up my hoodie. There we go. It's a little bit better. Keep the heat in. Have a nice little hat. Knit hat. Keep my ears warm. Don't have gloves, though. I've decided not to wear gloves today. A lot of folks out and about. And, each person has their own biography, has their own consciousness. I think about that a lot. I think about like how aware are we of our environment. We do a lot of filtering, We naturally tend to constrain what we know about others to the surface effects. I'm deeply superficial. I just see the surface of things. There's information there. DLD-001. ELD indicates particular ambassador's car. I guess a helicopter. Um, you know, and look it up. I don't have the patience to look it up just yet. But you could find out whose embassy that car is from, and 0001 generally indicates the ambassadors themselves. No telling. 3DC. Haven't seen the National Guard out. But I did read a little article in Washingtonian magazine while waiting for my doctor about an anonymous interview with a member of the National Guard. He's not really pleased about his deployment to DC. Doesn't feel that that's really a great use of his service. But, he's following orders. Was just following orders, is what they say so often. That poor girl who got shot, 20 years old, deprived of her life due to being on patrol. It's a shocking thing. Just before Thanksgiving, family had to let her go. I don't know how the young man who was shot at the same time is doing. I know his wounds were also said to be critical. It's a terrible, terrible thing. We all get into that. Oh, thank you. I was going to step over for you, but you're quicker than I am. There we go. I get across here. That's an Egyptian property there. Flag of Egypt flying. Get information about traveling to Egypt there. Egyptian Information Center. Beer Baron's Castle across the way. Oh, Atlassian would like us to ramp up to the cloud. It must be Fed ramped. Some mural over there looks like a stage. It's turning into view gradually. A lot of art. It's a little triangle park there dedicated to Sonny Bono by a friend of his. Man, it's cold. I tell you what. It's not great weather. I think I might go to Emissary for my breakfast. I'm allowed. Why not? I like breakfast at Emissary. Or even then, I could go over to Daily Provision. Daily Provision is nice. Time is it? 8:28. About time. I go over there. I think I will. Easier done. If you want to make it. Those people need to back up. Poor things. Folks blocking the road. Got stuck. That Wagoneer. That's something else. I hadn't seen a Jeep Wagoneer in a while. Big SUV. Here we go. Vacation starts with the Blue Ridge. Probably pretty iced up there, too. Oh, that's some black ice. Watch that. It's the Admiral. It's James Hogan's Irish pub at one point. They're hiring. Well, that's nice. Well, knee is not feeling great. It's cold getting into the joint. Feel it sort of fading on me. Oh, well. Try to cut across. Over. Yeah. Traffic on the circle, as you can see. Different choices people have made for their ways of conveyance. Sorry. Go ahead. Thank you. And I go ahead. Ain't nothing coming. Oh, no one cleared the circle. Huh. Well, hopefully the main path is closed. Is open from the spokes of the circle. There we go. Tricky place here. Very frozen. Got to be careful. And most of the spokes are open, but the external ring walk is not. And there's some melted stuff that's refrozen. That's kind of sloppy. Oh my God. Who do you got? Anybody? Oh, we do have a few people. David Harrison's joined. Alexi, 20-minute walk. Less than that. It would be less. Richard Hogan, thank you for sharing. Good to have you all with us. Fair number of people have joined. Simon Campbell's there. Lexi Zaitsev. This is Washington, D.C. in action. Have more patches of ice to worry about. And so it goes. I want people to remember that every cent we spend is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating simply by stimulating the economy. I had to explain to somebody recently. They were like, I don't really get it. It's like, look, if you don't spend money, people don't get paid to do stuff. They stop doing it. And something else happens that you are willing to pay for. So by dent of the power of the purse, we can really change this world. There are other ways, but that's a primary action everyone can take because we're all enmeshed in this economic circus, this flow. One thing leads to another, and so it goes. There's also an option here. I'm not going to take that option, but it is what it is. Doing the right thing. Keep on moving. This is where I met my wife, bedazzled, and it is no longer that, but there you go. There are events here at this bookstore. 26, China's Secret War. They're closed. They'll be open again 10 o'clock. Benedict Rogers was speaking on 2-4, but I guess tomorrow is Dennis Molinaro, China's Secret War in Canada and what that means for the United States. China Question, 8 Centuries of Fantasy and Fear on 212. Have 211. So a lot of good events happening here that are important. I might start covering those sooner or later. Notes on Being a Man, Margaret Atwood, Toni Morrison. Languages Liberation, Reflections on the American Canon. Very interesting. believe Tony's no longer with us, but must be some things from her legacy. I always like looking in afterwards. It is now 8:35, and if anybody's showing up in this neighborhood, they'll probably be coming down soon. Coming down soon. I hope there's not too much of a line, but I want my egg and cheese, and I'm going to get it. Okay, we're down to 19% power. I'm going to wrap up the passing show here. Thank you for joining. Remember, every cent spent is a vote for the kind of world we're co creating and be the change you want to see in the world. That's all I got.